We've been hearing some players saying they can't pull or deal damage with Bai Qi. Players are also saying it's difficult to find a good pace. So today, I'm here to share my experience with everyone as a veteran tank. If you're unable to pull enemies with Bai Qi, you need to better familiarize yourself with his skills. Learn the ins and outs of his skill too, as well as techniques for using it to pull enemies. If you find Bai Qi isn't dealing enough damage, you're probably relying too much on his skill 1 and basic attack and overlooking his passive's damage. Use his passive to increase your movement speed, then use that increased speed to get on top of the enemy and deal damage. Bai Qi isn't typically very good at using solo kills to increase the pace of a match. Get a good handle on hero counters, then hop between lanes and support teammates. That's the most effective way to get the match going with Bai Qi.
Get out of my way. Happiness is not a necessity.
Make good use of the high movement speed and recovery from Bai Qi's passive to enter close range, sustained combat with enemies. Skill 1 followed up with a basic attack is Bai Qi's bread and butter when it comes to dealing damage. Use Skill 2 when you need to pull enemies in for an up-close and personal beatdown. The ultimate should be used for either initiating a team fight or escaping, depending on the situation.
There is no cure for the curse of power.
The higher Bai Qi's energy, the greater his recovery effects. Use a recovery or healing skill at max energy to maximize recovery effects. You can also use Eye of the Phoenix to boost his recovery. The effective range of Bai Qi Skill 2 is larger than the range shown by the range indicator, meaning it can be used to pull enemies on the very edge of the skill's displayed range. You can also use positioning to increase the skill's range and pull from the enemy's flank. The crowd control from Bai Qi's ultimate takes effect before other effects, so it can be used to interrupt some heroes' charge skills. The taunt effect can also be used to forcibly pull back some targets with dash skills.
Free yourself from this world.
You should focus on farming in the early game. Make good use of the passive and skill 1 while laning to trade blows and poke enemies. Look for an opportunity to solo kill, or wait until you have a teammate's support and work together to open up the pace on a lane. Once you cleared out the minion wave on your lane, you can use the teleportation portal to jump to another lane and help your teammates build lane superiority. As the match enters the mid-game, your best bet is to trade off with your teammate on the farm lane to ensure stable farming and quick forward momentum. Besides that, you can also jump between lanes and help teammates gank after you clear your minion wave, thereby strengthening your team's advantage. In the late game, try to find an opportunity to break the stalemate by pinning down the enemy's carry and dogpiling them with your teammates. If no opportunity presents itself, hide from enemy vision and head to the enemy's flank. Once they've used their crucial skills, jump in and hold them in place.
Trauma is a step on the path. Trauma is a part of fate.
This skill combo is generally used to initiate. Lead off with the ultimate to dash and taunt enemies. Then use skill 2 and adjust positioning back to pull fleeing enemies. Next, use skill 1 and basic attacks to deal damage alongside your teammates. Finish off with a skill 1 once it's off cooldown to pile on even more damage.
A sacrifice.
If you're initiating from range, use the ultimate followed up with a flash to inflict long-range crowd control and pin enemies down. Follow up with skill 2 to pull enemies in, then skill 1 and basic attacks to deal damage and defeat enemies alongside your teammates.
A failure.
Use this skill combo to clean up enemies at low health. Start with a backward skill 2 as you move toward the enemy, followed up with an ultimate toward the enemy. During the leap, start charging skill 1, then release it as you land. By using this method, the 3 skills will hit the enemy simultaneously, quickly finishing them off. A good lineup goes a long way toward increasing Bai Qi's combat performance. By using their healing skills to supplement the recovery from Bai Qi's passive, teammates like Dr. Bian and Yu Huan can strengthen Bai Qi's ability to perform sustained combat. Sun Bin, on the other hand, can use his skill 2's recovery to enable Bai Qi to soak more damage. When up against enemies that lack dash skills like Zhao Chao, the movement speed boost from Bai Qi's passive grants him an advantage. If the enemy gets caught by Bai Qi's ultimate at close range, it's difficult for them to escape his chase attacks. Chano, on the other hand, summons wolf spirits that deal quick attacks, allowing Bai Qi to build energy more quickly. When up against enemies with multiple crowd control skills like Lady Chen, Bai Qi might get hit with multiple successive crowd controls, making it difficult for him to act, and thus easy for the enemy to dogpile him. Enemies like Zhuangzi that have group cleanse skills make it difficult for Bai Qi to crowd control with his ultimate.